Recording in progress.
Oh.
Oh, and welcome into this week's edition of YITTY.
Oh, how did that work?
You didn't do it right. You
Oh,
want to try
okay.
it again? You want to try
Yeah.
it again? YITTY!
Oh, I thought you were starting over completely.
It's yes, I'm talking to you. She is the often pixelated but never hesitated standard definition, but still defining beauty, Nina Blanco.
She's just out here trying her best. Oh, shoot. It says our names on here.
Oh, well, we can change them right now during it. Did you know that?
You're what?
Yeah, you can change it right now.
I'm
Just
just
go.
gonna I'm just gonna edit over it. Just forget it. It's fine.
No, I'm changing
No,
mine
I'm
right
just gonna
now.
edit over it. We don't got time for it. Oh my god. What a disaster. So
So
Kitty.
if you didn't realize, we are struggling through a new form of Yeti. We got kicked out, and so now we're trying to figure out the best way to do it. Somebody forgot to bring their webcam home. You can decide
Yeah, so
who
if you're
that
watching on
was.
YouTube, it looks a little 2006 over here.
I thought I
So
paid you a
my
great
bad.
I thought I paid you a great compliment for your adjectives today, and you didn't even notice.
I mean,
You don't even know what
you
they are.
did. Oh,
You don't even know
wait,
what I
what?
said, did you? You didn't even hear me.
Uh, Pixelated, standard
See,
HD, or I listened. You
I gave
said
you
those
I
were
gave
two
you
things.
I gave you two compliments in there, and you didn't hear either of them. So when you go back and hear the podcast, I expect to thank you. Uh,
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
so we are going to try
we're
our
trying
best.
to do.
We're going to start doing it like this, and we'll see how it goes. One
Oh my
thing at a
god,
time,
it'll be
though.
better next time. I swear.
Maybe. We like to start off with you, me, and we. So, Nina, why don't you tell us what's bothering you aside from your bit rate?
Yeah. Oh, that sounded like something different. Anyway, um
Totally, totally off
so
the rails. Totally off the rails.
off the fucking rails. Okay, so here's my thing. It's gonna make me sound like an asshole. And I just need to like preface it with that. Like, I am going to sound like a terrible human being. I sound like an asshole, but these are my feelings and it is what it is. So a couple weeks ago, I went to a Weezer concert and Dubs, you were actually very surprised that I am a Weezer fan. But yeah, I don't
Totally
know.
caught me
I
off
just really
guard.
like their music. Yeah.
Totally caught me
So
off guard.
it started because of LimeWire in high school. Like, I accidentally downloaded some Weezer and, and then I was like, who's this band? They're kind of quirky. I like them. And then I downloaded more of their music and now I'm a Weezer fan. And that's how that happened thanks to LimeWire. So anyway, it's
You're
not what
so
this
weird.
story is about. This story is about how I went to their concert a couple weeks ago. They were at Fiddler's Green here in Colorado, and I ended up going by myself, which was my first time going to a concert by myself. But surprisingly, the story doesn't have anything to do with that either. The point of the story is that I had really awesome tickets and I had like pit tickets. I was like up in the front and it was freaking awesome. And again, I really enjoy Weezer. So I was enjoying the show. I was super excited about it. That's why I went, regardless if I had someone there with me or not. And then I was there, and my complaint is about children. My complaint is about children and how you have to give them everything. You know how when you're at a baseball game and there's like a home run and the kid fumbles it and he goes to get it, but then it goes down a couple rows and a grown adult gets it and they cheer him on, but then everyone's like, you gotta give it to the kid.
You
That's
do.
some bullshit.
Yeah, you do.
Because it happened to me at the Weezer concert. The guitarist, Brian Bell, threw his sunglasses that he was wearing on the stage and it bounced off a couple people. There was all grown adults there in the pit except for one 8-year-old birthday girl. So he threw the sunglasses. A bunch of people were reaching for them. It was like bouncing on people's fingertips. And I didn't even see this little girl, first of all. But then it fell on the floor, literally right in front of me. And I was like, whoa. And I picked up the sunglasses and I was like, sweet. And they broke because they were like bouncing off of people. So it was missing a lens. But I was like, that's still cool. Like Brian Bell from Weezer just threw these and I have them in my hands right now. And it wasn't even 2 seconds later, someone was like, it's this 8-year-old's birthday. And can she have those glasses? It's her birthday. She's 8 years old. And I was like, fine. Because you can't be that asshole who doesn't give it to the kid. I mean, I could have, but I think they were intended for her in the first place because she had like the birthday tiara on and everything like that. But I was still mad. And I'm like, man, why do these asshole kids get to get everything? I mean, she wasn't even being an asshole. She's probably a delightful 8-year-old girl who really enjoyed her birthday. But I wanted those sunglasses too. And it's not fair that you have to give them to kids. I know.
How old are you?
I know. And it's fine. And they probably would have just been sitting on my shelf collecting dust, just like they're going to do for her at her room. But she's 8 years old, so it's cooler.
Yeah, but yeah, like think about all those formative memories that you have that are like moments like that.
Yeah, but if you want to go get all therapeutic and healing your inner child, I was never allowed to go to concerts when I was little. And I never would have been that 8-year-old birthday girl at a concert. And this is me making excuses for myself.
I feel like it's maybe better if I just don't comment on this portion.
I told you I was going to sound like an asshole. I know. But
if you're not watching on YouTube right now, we're both laughing hysterically.
I wanted to talk about it though on YITTY. Like as soon as it happened, I was like, I'm talking about this on YITTY.
So here's the real thing, right? Let's be 100% honest. Aside from the IG credit, what do you want them for?
That's pretty much it.
Okay, so in the 2 minutes,
I care that they were Brian Bells. I mean, like it's whatever.
So in the 2 minutes that you were in possession of the sunglasses, could you not put them on and take a picture?
No, I didn't even have fucking time. It was immediate. They were immediately.
So then just turn around to the lady and be like, hey, yeah, do you mind if I just take a picture in them first quick? Like she's going to be like, no, you can't touch them ever again. Yeah, of course she would be. You could have asked her after the show and she would have been like, yeah, sure, take a picture.
Everyone would have been so judgy. Are you fucking kidding me? If someone came to you especially, Dubs, it was like, oh, could I take a selfie in it first? I need it for the gram. You would be like, oh my God, how vague.
I would 100% understand. 100%. As long as your plan was to give them to the kid eventually, I'd be like, yeah, take a pic, put it up. I don't care. Don't take a picture of me. I would tell you I don't need a picture in the sunglasses to know that I got whatever his name. I can't believe you know the freaking guitar player's name. But but as long as your plan is to give it to the kid eventually, then I don't care. Take a picture. Like put it on your gram. I know how much that means to everybody.
So full of shit right now.
Hold on. No, I'm not. I'm gonna stop you dead in your tracks.
That's fine. I don't believe you. You can say what you're gonna say right now.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever done anything for my birthday?
You don't like when people, first of all, do things for your birthday
you're absolutely right. Your birthday is. You're absolutely right. I hate my birthday just as much as I hate Instagram. But Nina, have I ever done anything for you for your birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah. because I know how much it means to you. I know it's important to you. So yes, absolutely.
You know
If
this
that, even if
stranger
that was my
at the
kid,
concert?
especially if that was my kid who you were giving the glasses to, so my kid had a moment, had a memory, and you turned to me and said, "Hey, actually, is it okay if I take a pic real quick in the sunglasses?" I'd be like, "Yeah, absolutely." Especially if you're going to give them to my kid, 100%.
I still don't 100% believe you. But anyway, it wasn't the mom who asked for him. It was like another person next to her. So
Whatever.
I know. And
I would absolutely let you take a picture.
it down to 3 people and then gave it to the girl.
I would absolutely let you take a picture.
Anyway.
And I think you should have, because that's the only thing that you would have cared about with those sunglasses. And then they could have floated off into eternity and sat at the bottom of your glove compartment and you never would have known. So
True.
They would have disappeared into your center console and you never would have seen them again.
Would have crushed into a couple more pieces and then I'd finally throw them away.
All right, you, me, and we. I get to complain about something, and mine's not necessarily a complaint. It's just kind of, I'm in awe of this. Here's how I'll complain about it. I'll find a way. Denver has not registered a 100-degree day this summer.
Really? Nuh-uh.
I want you to think how hot as balls it's been all summer long. Like the summer's
like 104, 105. I think even the highest it got was like 107.
It started out as a super rainy summer. It's very strange to start out with, but then it turned into a regular summer and got hot. But apparently, according to Fox 31 and the National Weather Service, it has never actually recorded 100 degrees in Denver. Now they do the temperature measurements at DIA, but it's normally hotter on the plains than it is in downtown Denver. So like kind of strange that we haven't recorded a 100-degree day. Last time that happened was 2015. And so
wait, they're lying.
I'm just reading the story, Nina. I don't
believe it. It's crazy.
What I think is even crazier about that is, I guess how I want to say it is I like seasons. Like I like the fact that sometimes it's hot and sometimes it's cold and sometimes it's in between. And sometimes the in between is like you're gearing up for it to be hot again. And when you get to the fall, it's like, oh my God, finally, I can just walk around and not sweat all day. Yeah. I love that. I like that it changes. I like that I have something to look forward to. I think even if it was hot every day, like if I was in Hawaii or something like that, like I feel like I would eventually be like, I will please give me 6 inches of snow. Like give me a couple feet, you know, like, I don't know why I like that, but I do. So I just found it very strange that we didn't have 100-degree day. Especially with how hot I've felt like it's been over the year, but there you go.
That's wild. That's crazy.
And Nina, I'm sure in your house it's been over 100 degrees.
Swear. So like the math ain't mathin' over here. Yeah, I don't have air conditioning for those who don't know. So whenever in the time it gets really hot, it's miserable.
Still, it's like a 4-year joke that we've got going.
I know.
All right. You, me, and we. So we get to complain about something now. And we are going to complain about Drake. Obviously. And 21 Savage.
Obviously.
Had a concert scheduled for Friday, which is the 8th. Now, listen, this has been booked 4 months. You have been touring the country 4 months.
When did he announcement? Wow, that's a sentence. When did he announce this concert? Because I feel like it wasn't even that long ago
that he made the announcement that he was going to be here.
Yeah,
I don't remember the exact date.
I swear it was recent that he even made the announcement that he is scheduled to be here, and then all of a sudden I swear it's only been maybe 2 months max, and then all of a sudden postponed, canceled, whatever. It's technically not canceled. It's only postponed.
Yeah, they're looking for a new date, but their statement says like we can't there's no let me get it exactly right. It's logistic. Okay, go ahead.
Due to the distance the road crew has to travel, along with magnitude of the production of the Drake concert, it's logistically impossible to bring the full experience of the show to Denver this September.
Hey, assholes. You knew this when you booked the tour. Like,
I know.
Like, you knew how far Denver was from your last city. You have been touring for months. So even if it was something that popped up unexpectedly on the road, like we didn't expect this to be as much trouble as it has been. You've been doing this you could have canceled it a month ago. And you cancel it seriously 3 days before? Are you freaking kidding me?
It's so annoying. And quite honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. So you and I working in radio, working a little bit along the lines of the music industry and stuff, concert artists, they do not like touring and stopping in Denver. They don't like it. It's kind of out of the way for other major cities. And if they're coming to Denver, they have to really think about a special route in order to get here. Other excuses are like the altitude, the dryness, everything like that. Oh, it hurts my vocals, blah, 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 whatever. But I don't think that this concert's even going to happen. They're saying it's only postponed right now. They have not canceled it, but I think we're going to have a Justin Bieber situation over here and they're going to cancel it and he's never going to come.
And that was one of the names I was going to invoke. Pop stars do this all the freaking time. And I got news for you. Like, it is an absolute godsend that Red Rocks is here, because otherwise this would be the most musically devoid city in the country. I promise you. I promise you. Like, unless they can route a 15,000 seat tour through here, like, unless you're that level of artist, which Drake is, which is part of the reason that I'm mad. But for like bands that are just like, Fillmore size bands, and like anything between Fillmore size and Ball Arena size, nobody would come here because it would cost so much to bring your stage and setup out here, and they would never come here. And so thank God we have Red Rocks, and people all the time, especially in the EDM world, they're like, how does it feel being God's favorite? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, this is God just evening it out, because otherwise nobody would come to Denver ever.
Exactly. No, totally. Yeah. It's apparently a pain to get here. So anytime an artist comes here, I don't know, I guess we can consider ourselves lucky, but at the same time, we are just as valuable and deserve live music as everyone else. So we should get those concerts. But yeah, apparently it's a pain for people to come here. So
did you just self-affirmation the whole city of Denver?
I did. Listen, I was hanging out with my cousin all weekend and she's very much that way. Rubbed off on me a little.
Okay, so you're just Stuart Smalley for the rest of the podcast. We deserve this.
We are worthy. We deserve it.
Oh. All right. So we do a lot of complaining through the first part of the podcast. So we like to bring you good news. And I thought this one was just super cute. A couple that got married had the same birthday. They were both born on the same day. And they got married, got pregnant, and are having twins. And not a C-section, but just happened to have two twins who were born on the same exact day as their birthday. So all four of their birthdays now are on August 18th. And Nina, I knew you were going to hate it. And Nina, since you spent 2 of the last 3 podcasts complaining about children and how they've stole your shine, I want to now hand you the floor to talk about this miracle of life that is all 4 of them sharing the same birthday on. It ended up being a C-section, but it was not a scheduled C-section. It just happened to be that they needed to do a C-section to get the babies out safely. So it wasn't like they planned for it to be that day.
Yeah.
It just happened to work out that way. So Nina, I turn it over to you and the life-affirming family person that you are. Go ahead. What are your thoughts on this?
Sorry, you just said life-affirming family person you are. That one got me. That got me. Honestly, this might surprise you a little bit. I feel bad for the kids. I feel bad for the kids and the parents. I feel like because the kids, they don't get their own freaking birthday. Their whole lives are gonna
They're
be
twins.
glued.
They were never going to get their own birthday. They're twins.
Right. Well, I mean, that on top of that, right? And they're going to be overshadowed their whole lives by their parents having their birthday and how much
Overshadowed. Only if their parent is you, Nina.
Okay, so what the parents need to do is the parents need to move and celebrate their birthdays. They need to do their half birthdays. If they're the parents have to change their birthday. You can't have any birthday celebrations yourself on August 18th. That's for your kids. It's for the twins. They already have to share a birthday. So
Or they could all just share a wonderful day together.
No.
It would be like Christmas, Nina. You could have a big birthday tree. Everybody's presents go under the tree.
No, exactly. Ask how many kids that were born on Christmas fucking hate it.
That's different because, and I get this, you get the same presents for both holidays. So people are like, oh, it's Christmas and your birthday. Here's one present when any other time of the year I would have gotten you two.
And why is that? Because of money, financial, right? Same fucking thing for their birthday. 4 presents?
No, it's because people are cheap. That's why. people buy Christmas presents for multiple people at Christmas. Like you can afford to buy 3 birthday presents for each of the other members of your family.
I guess that's what you say. I don't know. I think the parents need to change their birthdays to their half birthday.
Parents need to change. Listen to yourself. The parents need to change their birthdays.
To their
change the day you were born on.
Yep. Well, celebrate it. They could celebrate their half birthdays. They don't get to celebrate their own birthdays now. They have to put their kids above everything else. That's what being a parent is. You have a half birthday now, and that's it.
I'm trying to think of what a world would be like where Nina Blanco couldn't have a day that was all about her. Like
fucking issue is what it would. I'm not even one of those crazy like birthdays.
I know.
I'm not even one of the crazy ones about my birthday. I just happen to be a fucking attention whore. Like just what it turned into.
I know both of those things, but you are good about it not being. You reference birthday month like passingly every couple of times. It's not super aggressive.
I did keep up my birthday balloon at my desk the whole month.
And your sign.
And a sign that said it's my birthday month. So everyone knows.
That's why I'm saying, like, you're a passive aggressive about it, not just outwardly aggressive. But okay.
I'll take that. I will take that.
All right. And then we finish up with our whack ass of the week, which of course Nina Blanco brings to us every week. Nina, who's the whack ass this week?
It's Kanye and his weird wife, Bianca.
What? Okay. If you're going to call one of the two of them weird.
Well, I just don't know her. So it's like, he's got issues. So we have to be a little bit nicer to him. But this
okay, well, what happened? What did they do?
We don't know. Okay, so they were hanging out in Italy. I don't know, just doing rich celebrity things, hanging out in Italy. And the whole time they were in Italy, there have been like massive complaints about them as a couple. Not only just the PDA, and I guess Italians, they're a little bit more private about that kind of stuff. They don't like the PDA, but also because of Bianca, Kanye's new wife, in case you didn't know, he's married again. Her outfits, because she was wearing like bodysuits and stuff like that, but they were like sheer and see-through, and you could pretty much just see her naked body as she's just like casually walking these historic streets of Italy. And Italians were like, bruh, this is not cool, like calling the police on them, saying they should be arrested and ticketed for like indecent exposure, the whole thing. And then these two motherfuckers kicked it up a notch.
Hold on, just before you get to that.
What?
Does the age of the streets make it less appropriate for her to be wearing something out? That street is from 100 BC. So Better make sure you cover up on that one.
Listen, in 100 BC, they were way more modest than what's going on.
No,
now.
I don't think they were. I think they were going to bathhouses and fucking everybody.
Yeah, but they kept it in the bathhouse, not in the streets.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Go ahead. Wait, so they kicked it up a notch. Yeah.
These two motherfuckers kicked it up a notch because they went on one of the historic water taxis. they were in a water taxi and they were with a third person. I'm assuming like personal assistant, one of their assistants, right? And then the fourth person, of course, was the water taxi guy just doing his job, right? And so apparently Kanye and Bianca, they were doing naughty sexual things on the water taxi.
This is where you're going to get modest. Hold on. This is where you're going to get modest. Yeah, you. Okay. All right. They were doing naughty sexual things.
Naughty
Mom, come pick me up. I'm not safe. Okay, go ahead.
So there's photos coming out of like Kanye's bare ass. And everyone's like, what's going on? Like, did he not realize? Like, you know how sometimes your pants are just low and like you got a little crack hanging out? People are like, does he not feel a breeze? His like whole ass is kind of out. And then more photos came out where there was a photo of Bianca and she's in front of Kanye and Kanye's like sitting on a bench and she's kind of like in front facing him, but like a little lower, kind of down in his lap. And then Kanye's hand is straight up just on the back of her head. Like, well, I think we figured out why Kanye's ass was hanging out.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, just letting them put in a little bit of work. You might as well. I mean, it's historic there, right? Don't you want to say you've done it in historic places, Nina?
I guess. I don't know. But so more of this story is coming out. And so people are like assuming, right? Like, oh, Kanye's like, he's getting some head right now on this historic Italian water taxi. Obviously.
He's getting historic head right now.
That's exactly. And then yeah, so all these pictures are coming out, and then now we're hearing like more of the story because the water taxi people, like the driver, he's like, I swear I had no idea, like that's not okay. I would have like stopped it if I had known. And they had a third person on the boat, remember? And so I'm assuming it was like a personal assistant or whatever. And so Kanye and Bianca knew what they were doing when they got on this water taxi. Like it must be a kink of theirs. I'm not sure. And then the water taxi guy did say that like the personal assistant or whatever, they were like kind of standing in front of the door to try to stand in the way of the water taxi guy and Kanye and Bianca. So he like didn't see. So they had one of their personal assistants like covering for them.
Yeah, run interference. What the fuck do you think I pay you for? 100%. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, you run interference for me.
Oh no.
Okay, Nina. So I know you're recording this podcast at home.
Yeah.
As I said, we're trying new things. If you tuned in late, we are trying to find new ways to record the podcast. So I know you're recording this podcast at home.
Yeah.
And I know that certain people might be able to hear you talking right now. So if you need to get real close into the mic and whisper a little bit, you can.
Why?
But I mean, where have you done it in a public place? I know
God.
you have. I know you have. I know you have. Look at your face. I know you have.
Actually, not too many public places.
Don't you dare lie to me. Are you lying to me because he can hear you? I told you could get into the mic real close like this.
I swear. I'm too afraid of getting caught. So
Nina
I haven't done
Blanco.
it. I said many, not many.
I really don't believe. Go ahead. What's your most?
Well, one time we lost the bet, but one time we were at a friend's wedding and we were with our other group of friends, right? And there was a corn maze at the venue that we were at. And so the bet was, let's all go through the corn maze, except like not to like know we're doing it, but one of the couples who's the first one to like do it or whatever, we lost that one. It was a different couple, but we almost did it in a corn maze.
Wait, so you didn't even do it?
No.
Nina!
I swear that I've not done it like in many public places. Like, I don't know, a lake, probably. The boy and I
Nina,
went to
I've seen you after a couple drinks and how crazy you are about that boy. I don't believe it for a second.
and then
I
after
don't believe
it's
it
late
for a
at night,
second.
and then we're going home.
I am literally
I did
shocked.
it in an ex-boyfriend's front yard before, and he lived off a busy road.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I just did it in the front yard with somebody. Does that count? Is that public?
Behind bushes.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, my bad.
So wait, hold on. Was this like a
What?
high school and you couldn't go inside? So
Yeah,
you banged one out on the front
like,
front
it was
lawn?
like after high school, but yeah, we were both still kind of living with our parents type of deal.
And you banged him behind the bushes?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Nina getting it right between the hedges. Oh my goodness.
My bad.
Okay. I'm a little bit beside myself. I don't know if I entirely believe that, but I will accept front yard as an answer.
Swear. Okay, but how about you?
Oh no, you don't get to know about me.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I'm a gentleman,
place.
Nina. I don't kiss and
place.
tell.
Tell me now.
I'm
Tell
a
me
gentleman,
now.
Nina.
Public
I don't
place.
kiss and tell.
I don't give a fuck. Come on.
I've got two that are good. Two that qualify. One was in the stairwell of the dormitory that we were staying in for freshman orientation.
So it wasn't even your normal dorm?
Nope. I lived there for a weekend and they were like checking the rooms and stuff like that. And so like everybody had to go downstairs to go to this event thing. And we're like, well, we don't want to do that. Instead, we want to do this. So we went into the stairwell to wait to, and then we just,
well, we're in the stairwell.
Started early.
Oh my goodness.
And then the other one is the age-old tale, which I don't feel bad about at all, but absolutely I think everybody should do. We banged in the college library. Yeah.
Ooh, college library. Wow, that one is risky.
I also though feel like it's like one of those, like it's like a rite of passage. Mile High Club, which I also did. That's not really public though. But I'm just saying, like Mile High Club,
yeah,
in the college library. Like I feel like those are like, bucket list. Check the box.
The boy and I will never be able to join the Mile High Club. Like I'm gonna have to like rent out a private plane.
Or yeah, I was gonna say like he works for an airline. You could just fly a different airline. Like actually buy tickets on a different airline.
Wait, that might be an idea. It's cheaper than a private plane.
Listen, we got to get you some on the scorecard somehow. I don't know how we're going to get you on the scoreboard for this, but we got to get you on there somehow.
If we get caught though, he would still get in trouble with his job.
Why would he get in trouble?
It's like totally illegal. It's an FAA thing.
They would probably be like, yeah, I'm glad you got it on their airline. Get them in trouble. Don't do that on our airline.
The boy listens to our podcast. So when he hears this, I'm just not going to bring it up. And then I'm just going to hope he hears this.
This is how you can test.
An answer.
This is how you can test. I guarantee you, if I know anything about him, he's going to be like, listen, it cannot be on a plane. But here's my list of other options where we can.
He's already told me like, no, we can't because he can't like risk his job or whatever, I guess.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a responsible adult about it. But then he's going to be like, here are the list of other places where we can have sex in public.
Man, okay, we'll check it out.
All right, we need to stop. This has been a disaster since the very beginning.
It really has. It's been so bad.
Thanks for sticking it out with us. We appreciate it. We will continue to change stuff and try new stuff and figure out how we're going to keep doing this in the future. But we appreciate you for sticking with us. You can find her on all the social medias at the Nina Blanco.
And you can find him at Rob T Radio.
And this was YITTY. It's terrible. This is awful. You're so bad. End the podcast. Hit the button. We're done.
I hate you. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
Recording stopped.